Hello guys and welcome to ColmMcGill.com, and my name is Colm McGill. This is part 3 of a 3-part series on how to increase traffic to your website. On the other posts I concentrated on search engine optimization, social media sharing, videos and content creation and keyword search. For this particular one, what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on other important aspects of increasing traffic to your website, which include page layout, page readability, internal links, and speed, guys. So without further ado, I'll go on and I'll speak about page layout. I think it is very, very important that when we are designing our pages, that we make sure that we lay out our pages correctly, guys. A lot of us, when people come to different websites, we see a lot of, I suppose, distractions, for want of a better word. We don't want to get distracted when we get people onto our sites. We do not want clutter. That is one thing a lot of people fall down. They think by having all these different activities going on their page, it looks better and looks more professional. Not so, guys, because you're actually losing the message. Because what happens is when people come to the site, as we know, people only scan. So they look at they hit your page and they look and they go, oh, I have to look, there's too much work. I have to go sifting through things, different information. You're not going to do that, so you bounce off. So what happens is people come to your site, they see it, the page is not laid out correctly, they go. So you've lost potential customers there because your page wasn't laid out in the correct way and you were just too distracted. Number 2 is page readability, and this is very important, guys. If you look at my posts, you always see that I keep my sentences short. Well, I try to, and I usually keep the paragraph to 3 or 4 lines, because most of us that come online, actually 80% of people that come online nowadays scan. We no longer read, we're just scanning. We want to find the important pieces of information and we want to find them quick, and that's the problem. We need our information yesterday. So if we're going to be taking time reading through material, as you can imagine, if you come across a particular website that is almost like academic form, where there's just reams and reams, line after line of information, you're not going to read it, guys. You get bored and you just get intimidated by it, and you can't be bothered because obviously there's other websites out there that are laid out in a better way and they're written in a better way for you to read. So therefore, it's highly important that we understand we break up our material and our content when we produce it in text form. And how we do that is we put headers, subheaders, we bold our information, and we keep our paragraphs short and keep our sentences short. And therefore, it's much more manageable for people that are reading it, and equally, it's much more scannable for them. So that's very important particular thing when it comes to traffic. Internal links. Well, guys, at the end of the day, you can imagine if you have the most informative site and you have the 2 things that I touched on above, your page layout done correctly and your page readability, that's fantastic. But if you don't have the linking structure in place within your website, you are losing potential customers, because you may very well have all the information on your site, but they are not going to go through it. In comparison, if you take them by the hand and lead them to the information you want. So what I mean by that is, if you're doing posts that are related to each other, you link them. Then people can work through your site, and it's very informative and very educational, and also you're going to add value to their experience. Therefore, they're going to spend a lot longer on your site, which obviously is a very, very important factor when it comes to ranking in the search engines. Time on site, it's vitally important. I have written a post on contextual navigation, guys, which I will put a link, which goes into this much more in depth, and you can have a look at that as well. So that's it on internal linking. And the last one is speed. I think a lot of us out there, especially in small local business, we get our sites developing, we're all into having a lot of images and making our site look very cool. And ironically, we're by the content after that. So while we look very professional, we have no information in our sites. And we can have a lot of flash images and different graphics going on. And at the end of the day, guys, I think, to be quite honest with you, the likes of flash graphics and other graphics, they actually slow down the load time of your site. So if they're unnecessary, don't have them. For me, it's much better to have a simple site with a lot of good information that loads quickly, because this will really, really hurt you. Because as you know, if we're going on If we're going to a search engine, we type in a particular query and we click on, and this site is taking too long to load, what will we do? We just go to the next one. So that's it. You're losing traffic all the time. So I suppose that's the 4 main points that I wanted to touch today. In summary, all I have to say really, guys, is when it comes to, there is all these factors link into climbing up the search engines, because as we said, time on site is a big indicator to the search engines, and therefore if these four little notes or points that I made today are done correctly, people will spend longer on our site. So therefore that's going to really attract more traffic, because at the end of the day, the answer to how to increase traffic to my website is get closer to the top of the search engines. It's basically that. So I suppose I've given you plenty of food for thought today on how to increase traffic to your website. Also have a look at my other 3 posts, part 1 and part 2, and I hope to see you on the next post. If you are on any of the videos platforms that I'll put up this particular post in, just click on the link below, guys, and it will take you to colmmcgill.com. So again, thank you very much for visiting colmmcgill.com, and I hope to see you on the next post soon, guys. Thank you.